18th Sunday in ordinary time, ESC. Banking with God. The drive for quick money and wealth is so alarming in our world today that most people hardly have time for God. There are many adverts that keep on telling us how you can be rich overnight. We are encouraged to play lotteries, to go for crash prices, gambling, all deceiving us how we can make money in very short period of time. And because of this, many people end up being duped by fraudsters because they have heard lovely proposals of getting rich without any efforts. In the same line, our world is so caught up with materialism. People run after the flashiest and the most expensive gadgets, be it cars, phones, laptops, electrical appliances, not even thinking of how to make our souls comfortable. Our wardrobes are full of clothes, shoes to match, latest jewellery and furniture. Even children fight to get the best of the toys and the latest electronic games. Many Christians, therefore, have put material things before God, and God takes the second, the third, or the fourth place in their lives. In this drive for quick wealth, what does the devil do? He comes just to steal our hearts. The book of Ecclesiastes calls this vanity. The book opens and closes with vanity of vanities. All is vanity. Chapter 1 verse 2 and chapter 12 verse 8. In the gospel today, Jesus told a parable about a rich fool whose life ended before he could even enjoy the rewards of his labor. St. Paul makes it clear in the second reading that our lives are hidden with Christ in God. This is where we find happiness. The Hebrew word which translates vanity in Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 2 is hebel, and it literally means a breath or a vapor. Vanity thus stands for something transitory, worthless, insubstantial, empty. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 28 makes us understand that he who trusts in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. The gospel culminates in the words that we must store up treasures for ourselves in heaven, and is a very important invitation that we should learn to bank with God. Not necessarily banking money, but something more important, banking our lives with God. The wisest investment that we can ever make is to say, God, I want to make the rest of my life for eternity. That is it. When we do that, we are banking with God. Without God, our life has no meaning. Without God, we cannot truly understand and enjoy our time on earth. To find joy in the vanity of life, remember God is the creator. Fear God and keep his commandments. This implies that we must pay heed to his Son as our Savior. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1 to 4. We cannot make our wealth to be equated with God. One of the 10 commandments states that you shall have no gods before me. Exodus chapter 20 verse 3. When we set our hearts on material things, then we are making ourselves to be very far from God. We are encouraged to read and meditate upon Psalm 69, also Psalm 62. They teach us that we must trust God. We have to end with 3 great maxims from 3 great doctors of the church that remind us on the way we have to have our Christian joy. St. Irenaeus insists that the glory of God is man fully alive. St. Ignatius of Antioch insists that the Christian is not his master. His time belongs to God. And St. John of the Cross would insist that I went without discerning to that to which my heart was yearning. All these three maxims encourage us to direct our hearts to the Creator and to Him alone. My dear brothers and sisters, we must learn to bank with God. May Almighty God bless you, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.